weeks ago, man. August 27th, 2017, a ball of energy off the west coast of Africa. Over 4,000 miles away from us here on the first coast. This thing continued to trek and make its way. It became a tropical storm August 30th. Then from there, bounced to a Category 3, very rapid intensification. We had a tropical storm to a Category 3 in just 30 hours. That is unprecedented how fast that thing really amped up its energy. By September 4th, it weeble-wobbled around over the Atlantic, bouncing back and forth in category size and strength and structure. Got to a Category 5 by September 5th. Max winds, 185 miles an hour. That is quite the power. Strongest storm on record to impact the Leeward Islands. The strongest storm on record to impact the Leeward Islands. Just put that into perspective. And all the time it was headed across the Atlantic, it was just brewing up energy and carrying momentum with it. By September 7th, it was a Category 5 for 37 hours. That's the strongest storm to exist in the Atlantic Ocean outside of the Caribbean and the Gulf. That is unprecedented how powerful this strong has been. It made Cuba a landfall. It was a Cuba landfall on September 8th, excuse me. It was the first Category 5 hurricane for the island since 1924. And it finally made that turn around September 10th. We were eyeing it up, waiting for the storm to make that turn as a Category 4. And this was the first year the continental U.S. had seen two consecutive Category 4 or greater hurricanes make landfall in the same year. So this was landfall here at Cudjoe Key in the Florida Keys, September 10th. So it was the first time the continental U.S. had two back-to-back Category 4 or more hurricanes make landfall. We had Harvey and then Irma right after it. The second, or I should say third landfall really, but second for the U.S. Marco Island landfall. It is at the same latitude and longitude and size and category as Hurricane Wilma was in 2005. So kind of eerie how the atmosphere kind of works the way sometimes, and sometimes it repeats itself a little bit. By September 11th, we started seeing the bulk of those impacts as a Category 1 dropping to a tropical storm as Irma continues, now post-tropical cyclone, I should say, headed up now into Alabama and Tennessee, carrying some of that energy with it. So it's been a wild ride, most certainly a wild ride, and we're starting to finally dry out and those cleanup efforts continuing, but we still have our eyes on the tropics as we are eyeing up Jose in the Atlantic. We'll talk a little bit about that, Anthony, in just a bit.